Good evening, good evening, good evening. Hello, Kimberly. Can you hear me? Could I get just a quick chat comment saying sound is good? Something's happening here. Sound is good. Let me see. I should be finding out here. Can you hear me? Hello, hello. Let's see. Sound is good. Yay. Hello. Hello, Anna. Hello, Kimberly. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Just going to make sure that this is coming through here. Okay. I see everyone. Hello. Oh, cool. I love your little sun, Anna, and your little, YouTube has a little circle and you've got like a little sunshine in there or something, it looks like. It's kind of hard to tell because it's small, but cool. I like that. Happy spring forward, everyone. How's that treated you all? I know I was like not ready to get up when it was time to get up. I was not ready to get up. How about you guys? Feel free to go ahead and drop a question in the chat if you've got something on your mind or something you want to know. I'm going to go ahead and welcome all my returning subscribers and clients and also new subscribers. Hello, welcome to Creators on the Crest and make yourself at home. This is probably one of the most fun experiences I do where I get to do little mini readings for you all. So just kick back, feel free to drop your questions in the comments. Just a few reminders, you also have to the side of the comments panel little emojis where you can hit hearts, 100, party time, those kinds of emojis. And that helps me know that people are engaged and watching and hearing and participating and everything. And just if you are here but you're like, well, I don't know what to ask, I don't have a specific question, you can always ask things like, could I get a message for my highest and best good? Or I would like a message. I will tell you, the next time I come live will be Sunday, March 23rd, which is just like the day or two after the spring equinox. So you need to know. You can ask, what's the best message for my highest and best good? You can ask a question certainly about someone else. And if you'd like to be a little more confidential with that, just use their initial instead of a full name. And that would suffice just fine. So I'll be tuning into that energy. So Sunday the 23rd, I'll be back here doing Q&A again, just making a note of that. And then I'm here every Friday. This last Friday, I did Frequency Friday a little bit later in the afternoon because we went to the Gem and Mineral show, and my kids and I, we went with our homeschool group. And I wanted to show you guys, I was able to find, I've seen a lot of little bracelets, with different beads, but I found black tourmalated quartz. So tourmalated quartz bracelet, and I had to get it. So now I've got a whole treasure trove here that I wear. So that was a good find. And we found a few more things. My kids got a few things. They had some free things too, which were really fun. The kids could paint rocks and do different things. And it was fun. It was like a good learning experience. And we get to count that as part of our learning because of the geology involved with that. So that was awesome. I see some questions rolling in. Yes, and just as I was talking about, if you're not sure what question to ask, Kimberly and Anna have put down great questions. These, if you're just like, I just want a message, right? You can ask a question like they have there. So Kimberly, let's get started with you tonight. Thank you for kicking things off. I'm glad you're all here. I see some more people coming in. Be sure to drop a comment. If you don't have a question, just say hello. Join the chat. Kimberly asked, may I ask what message my guides have for me right now? So I'm going to go for the highest and best message that your guides have for you right now and what they would like you to know. So, when it comes to guides, these would be the sacred ancestors that you might have. This could be the holy medicine people, as the indigenous tribes refer to them, your particular group of cheerleaders, and those from other places, other realms, other dimensions that would have your highest and best good and want to support you. So we're asking for those messages right now. What would they like you to know? Oh boy, oh boy. Okay. Where do I want to go? I think we need to go to the Divine Animals Oracle for you too. So I've got a couple of tarot cards for you, Kimberly, from the Light Seers Tarot, and we're going to pop in here with the Divine Animals Oracle too. Oh my, this has been coming up so much lately, but we're going to kick you off. And Kimberly, you got the Devil card. However, because I do know that you are Capricorn, you have Capricorn in your chart, and this energy to me is speaking to that. Now, what's really drawing me, and I've seen this card a lot, I use this deck quite often, but what I'm really being drawn to is the hair, is the hair in the character here. It's like electrified, and it's like, static electricity. It's kind of reminding me of that kind of energy, or as if maybe he's swirling or dancing here. So, this is a really interesting energy. I really am also drawn to the hues in the background, like kind of that green, blue, aqua, kind of like a little darker oceanic kind of color there coming through. So I think something is popping for you. Something's popping. I want to look at these other cards here, but something is popping. I am wondering if this doesn't have to do with your leadership. Something may be coming with you being a leader. This could be in the workplace, because I know, and I have not had a chance to catch up with you, but I know you're thinking about that. You got the King of Wands here too. And this is why I was saying leadership and you stepping up and taking the torch, taking the wand, lighting the way. We've got the lion energy here. We've got a little bit of Leo energy here. And what's interesting, let me hold the king a little bit closer. If you look at his shirt, there's like a little gecko or a lizard on there. I think with the static electricity that I feel from the devil card, and this being, related to Capricorn, the hard work energy, the leadership energy coming through. And lastly, you've got responsibilities, the meerkat. I think you're about to be given more responsibilities. So, in some way, shape, or form, you're being recognized for your leadership and the responsibilities that you hold. I feel like if we look really closely here at this devil card down here in this corner, it's like a puppet on a string, but it's kind of like like an image. It's not a full blown character here. I think there's this element of feeling like underappreciated, feeling undervalued. I think the time for that is coming to an end. I think the more of your more powerful energies are coming through, and that's being seen. This card is a number 16, and 1 plus 6 is 7. We could also be having something to do with the date of the 16th. Mark that on your calendar and watch for signs or happenings on the 16th of March. But it also reduces to 7, which is going to be momentum and change. And with this king, this really feels like leadership. This really feels like leadership. This really feels like responsibilities. Those things are increasing. There may be this bit of standing up for your value and what you're worth in all this, especially if it is some sort of job change, job offer, or something to do with the workspace. So that's what they're saying right now. Also, when I said this card comes up a lot, lately it's come up a lot. I think it's important to be clear about the things that are your responsibilities and the things that are not your responsibilities, especially in the workplace, especially if someone else is dropping the ball. So if someone else is dropping the ball, be sure that you know that the responsibility of that is not falling on you. You may have to have some conversations there with someone in the workplace as to what that means and how that looks. Okay. Wow. Okay. So workplace energies from your guides today, Kimberly. Very good. I see some more people. I see Emma is here. Benita, hello. I see questions coming in. Wonderful. Lovely. All right. Anna's up next. What would my higher self like for me to know at this time? Okay, Anna, let's get you a few tarot cards. I love this. So this is Anna connecting into her greater being, her higher self. It's the aspects of ourselves that are always with us, but sometimes in our human experience, we can feel a little bit out of touch with those. So it's always good to ask and get some messages that will bridge that for you. Okay, and we're going to go with a crystal for you from the Daily Crystal Inspiration. All right. You're welcome, Kimberly. All right, a crystal for Anna. There's two crystals coming out for you, so I'm going to roll with it here. All right, Anna. So your higher self is very much aware the way that your thoughts are geared towards stress, the things that stress you out, the things that cause you to kind of lose sleep, keep you up at night, or wake you up at night, and even being woken up at night, maybe a feeling of anxiety. And your greater being, your higher self, would like you to know we're working on this. You're not alone. This is something that you're working on in many directions and dimensions. Okay. Um, there's also this feeling that I get from this card, which it's important to really wrap your mind around what setbacks are. Something to do with setbacks, or feeling like you take a step forward, two steps back, that feeling, and reframing that in the mental space to that setbacks are setups for comebacks. And that when you come back, you'll come back even stronger, and that you are making progress. There's this feeling of progress here coming in. And I'd like to show you one of the crystals, and this is why I was getting the wake up at night and everything. You got lepidolite, which is a beautiful, like lavender kind of colored crystal. You may have some, and it says, recall your dreams. Recall your dreams. Now, this can come in kind of the flat, like flaky form, like you see here, but there's also tumbled versions of lepidolite. And so your dream time, an important part of this for you. But there's an acknowledgement here that it feels hard. It feels hard to stay plugged in with the stress, okay, with the stresses of the world. I'm not even sure. It feels like even more like it may be actually not physical related for you, but it might be worldly related. Like your soul on some level is like, how can it keep getting worse and worse and worse? That's the feeling I get, right? And your higher self is saying, pay attention to your dreams. The messages are here. Rest when you need to rest. But there may be some wake ups in the middle of the night here. And they want you to pay attention to that. Like they, meaning you, your greater energies want you to pay attention to that. There's something that you're closing out. I do think it has to do with perspective of how you view the world. Literally, this is the world card. So I see some new people coming on. Hello, hello. So very interesting. This is the world card, and I was definitely like getting kind of that worldly feel for you. I think sometimes the things that might take up the space of your mind pull you away from yourself. So pull you into kind of the dynamics of the world and away from yourself. And there's something to do with this hoop because it's almost like she's walking through a portal, but it looks like a hoop. And I'm getting like hula hoop or something like that, or a weaving, like where you can weave in like a circular pattern, or dream weaver or something like that, dream catcher. Here we've got some sacred geometry. So this is really interesting here. I think something worldly though feels very heavy for you. And you're also being gifted from your higher self the golden healer quartz. Ooh, I really like this. I do not have this stone. Heard of it. Does anyone have this one? Does anyone have a piece of this golden healer quartz? This is beautiful. I love it. It feels to me very reassuring. It feels like a crystal of reassurance. I am going to look real quick because there are affirmations that go along with these. And I would like to see what the affirmation is here for you. Normally I don't read from the little books, but this one has, and its affirmation is, I begin my healing journey. I think you've already begun your healing journey, Anna, but there may be a new phase, especially with that world card and you moving through this portal. There's a new phase for you. And it says today, choose one area of your life that could use a little extra dose of healing and take 5 minutes to tap into your subconscious and freely write about your feelings. Yes. And if you can get a hold of this, or if you can't get a hold of the actual crystal itself, you can still work with the energy of it. Don't forget that. You can still tune in with intention to the golden healer quartz family of crystals and tune into that energy there. But it feels really supportive. Your greater being is definitely acknowledging like what you're going through, but also providing that reassurance that there is progress here. There is momentum. Even if you don't feel it, that seems to be things going on here that your soul is just like, ugh, you know, wish it was a little easier. I wish it was a little bit better for me, you know? And everyone, there's kind of that everyone vibe too, but you only have control over you and, you know, anyone you're a steward for. So you've said you've been doing a lot of writing. Good. That is very healing. All right. Very good. Thank you, Anna, for asking a question. And we're going to move on. Benita, hello. How are you this evening? What are Sean's true intentions toward me? I feel he has a crush. Ooh, somebody's crushing. Oh, this is fun. Okay, Benita, let's see here. Sean's true intentions toward Benita. What is up there? Okay. All right. And we're going to go to the Divine Animals Oracle here for you too. And then I want to get one from the Journey to the Divine Masculine to see, just kind of get a read on Sean's energy as well. Oh. Okay. And one from the Divine Masculine. Okay, so Sean kind of strikes me as someone who definitely is a bit giddy and a bit interested in you here. Sean might be working on healing his heart a little bit here. He has the 8 of Cups. And I think your energies, it's like your energies consistently take him by surprise. He's consistently like surprised by you, pleasantly surprised, if you know what I mean. So I'm not surprised that you're picking up on kind of a crushing energy, because I feel that for him. Although he could be doing a little bit of healing right now. I don't know what his previous relationship status might have been, but there is some sort of maybe taking a break from love, right? And then you come along and it's like, oh, well, that's interesting. Also in his energies, I don't know his spiritual beliefs or nature, but he feels like he's very connected with it or is making that a priority for himself. And I love this Hierophant. When we look at this, this is the High Priest or the Hierophant in the tarot. It's a number 5 card, so it can be a bit of a tense kind of energy because it has to do with spiritual growth. But this Hierophant is so joyful to be in meditation, to be in connection. I think Sean's going through an important process for himself. For himself. And then again, it feels like your energies come along and catch his interest. They like strike his fancy and he gets kind of excited. However, he's still carrying a little bit of fear here with the hyena. I think this has to do with the previous relationship. I think it's something that he got hurt before or there was some sort of just not great breakup or something like that in his energies. He is looking for partnership. This is the number 38 card here. 8 plus 3 is 11. So I can't help but notice that partnership number. He just might be in this phase of like needing a little time. And there also could be a little bit of a fear here of like, how do I approach Benita? You know, like, how do I want to keep going with connecting with Benita's energy, but I don't know, is this too good to be true? Is this beautiful like lush landscape over here and I've come from like this area of being hurt. There's something to do energetically. He gives me the music card that his energy and your energy and how they connect, there is a music connection here. So I don't know if that means you'll be listening to songs and the song will have a certain vibe and you'll be thinking of Sean, right? There's definitely intention here, but he is also healing. So you'll have to remember that. You are right about a crush. There's definitely that interest there, a little bit of a surprising kind of thing, like took him aback a little bit. He may need a little time, but definitely showing me that the energies there are matching and showing up and somehow interacting. Doesn't feel like it's quite ready to come into some sort of wholeness because of his emotional state. But if he's working on these energies of the Hierophant and being happy and complete inside himself, then he might be able to step up and make an offer toward you. So keep that in mind. That could be coming down the road here. Right now, it just seems like maybe he's a little bit afraid to do it. And also still in a bit of like surprised kind of energy. All right, Benita, thank you so much for coming on and asking a question. It's lovely to have you here. I love it. I love it. I love it. We have, let's see, Emma. Emma is up next. Okay. What are Mo's or MO's feelings towards me? All right. Let's get into what are Mo's feelings towards Emma. Let's check it out. Yes, and you can always use abbreviations. So if you don't want to ask if you don't want to say the person's name, that's fine. I understand some of you want to keep things confidential. You can just use initials or make up initials, but in your mind, in your heart, you're thinking of that person. And I'm tuning into your energies as it relates to that person, and then their energies will come along. Feelings towards me. All right, I'm going to go to the healing with the fairies here because I'm seeing a healing process go on right now. We got the Tower for you, Emma, when it comes to Mo's feelings. Mo feels a bit all over the place. There seems to be this kind of chaotic lack of being able to figure out where Mo stands with you. Like Mo is curious about that. Where do I stand with Emma? Maybe I mess things up, or I'm afraid I'm going to mess things up with this Tower card coming in here. Very interesting. Also, Emma, there's this Four of Swords, which is a healing card, which is kind of really made me feel like I should go to the healing deck for the oracle. And this is if there's confusion and there's maybe some apologies are needed, maybe some repairing is needed in this situation, this rest time, this quiet time for both of you feels important, even if there are emotions there. Now, we do have a heart investment here. This is a heart being woven, but you can see she's like weaving it, but she's taking a break. She's taking a break from that to take care of the self. And I think that's what Mo's doing. And I think that's what you're doing as a result of maybe these energies are a little bit more quiet right now. There's a quiet time kind of feeling going on. Like maybe I should keep to myself. That's kind of what I feel from Mo. Not because Emma's done anything wrong, but because I'm kind of not sure where I'm at with things. It seems in Mo's energy to be very uncertain right now. So if this is feeling to you like you're not getting much from Mo, or you're asking the question here, so you're probably curious. This feels kind of like a ghosting energy to me a little bit. Maybe not intentional, but more of so of like, I've messed things up. There's things I'm doing wrong, and I have to figure out what that is. So when we're dealing with people that are in that energy, the best thing we can do is focus on ourselves. So Emma, I want to get you a card from the Journey to the Divine Feminine here, and just kind of see what we've asked about Mo's feelings. We get kind of this quiet kind of, I'm going to keep to myself. I mess things up. There's kind of this self energy of I mess things up on Mo's side. But what are your energies, or what are your learnings in all of this? Okay, I'm going to get a couple here. Whew, okay. And I'm going through all kinds of like, the energy is just moving through in these heat waves here. So you, from the feminine deck, got stillness, and it says quieting your mind and staving, is that what it said? No, staying, not staving, staying connected to your true self. So keeping the mental space as quiet as possible, being connected to your true self, really feeling into your inner power, and making sure that you have a little space where that is sanctified and not completely wrapped up with Mo at this time, at least at this time. Stillness, we got the quiet time, right? So this may be a time for you to go within. So Emma, we got a spirit baby here. So I don't know if this might have to do with something from your past. I got really overwhelmed with energy when I pulled this card. I could feel it like down in my womb space. I don't know if this is a wish for you or if this is something in the past. That's pretty personal, but you do have this beautiful spirit baby energy of a soul that is with you that maybe did not or has not come into full manifestation in this physical reality this time around. Although I do feel a great cosmic connection here for you with this energy. So maybe some time with the stillness and you being able to connect in with this energy, whether it's manifested or not, or wherever this energy might be. If it has to do with Mo, this needs a little attention and is letting you know I'm there. And then you got the faith card as well. And this beautiful energy of like, I just want to say, Emma, it's all going to work out as it's meant to, and to maintain that beautiful sense of faith within yourself. more than anything else, more than putting faith in Mo or faith in a situation or faith in anyone else outside of you. This is about having faith in yourself. I'm also getting that you are quite sensitive and that you might have some gifts and talents. Um, if you're not already expressing those, um, they're coming. If you are already expressing some spiritual gifts and talents, there is upper levels of those that are still latent that are going to be activated. So some really powerful energy coming for you, and something to do with this connection with Mo has, and the situation, it's like stimulated you into these areas. So it's very interesting that Mo's energy is so quiet right now, and I think that's because your connection to yourself is being challenged, and it's kind of like a master's class or a doctorate in this stuff here. So something's coming through for you. You definitely have connections from the other side. And there was just like when I pulled that spirit baby card, it was like whoosh, this huge whoosh of energy. So I'm just going to describe it that way and let you go with it for what it means to you. Yes, thank you. I see everybody talking. That's cool. All right. Mariana. Hello, Mariana. And Mariana asks, will I get good news this month? Good news this month for Mariana. So this is a yes, no question. The cards kind of like to mix it up a little when it comes to yes, no questions, but we'll see here. We'll see here what the cards say. I usually get the vibe. And we're going to go with the fairies, healing with the fairies here for the good news for Mariana. Okay, so overall, Mariana, if I'm just to answer your question by what I see in these cards, I'm going to say yes, you're going to get some good news this month. There's some things are going to come in for you, some things are going to come together. Now, the first card you get is the Six of Cups. And this is a card of loyalty. So this feels really good to me about the sense of loyalty or the loyal nature that you possess, that maybe you attract or that you have in your life. And this is the kind of good news that feels very much like it's meant to be. And it's a familiar kind of good news, right? It feels like it should be, right? It feels like it's balanced. Sixes give us that sense of completion and victory, like something has come around to the point that it should, like things are right by this good news. And we have an exchange here with the Six of Pentacles. And this is also a fair exchange. This is having maybe some resources come through for you or someone stepping up to help you out. And that being good news. This could also relate to physical health. The Pentacles can relate to our health. So if you're on that kind of journey, it could be some good news or uplifting news related to that. So we've got the Pentacles, which are earth, and the Cups, which are the emotions. So not only is it going to be something in the physical world that feels good, that is made right, it also will have the emotional ramifications of feeling good to you and feeling like, yes, I'm deserving of this good news. I have that loyalty, and I've attracted in what I'm meant to attract. You also got the magic of nature. Ooh, look at this card. Ooh, these purple colors just really pop. And we've got like little fairies with the bubbles. You may be wanting to watch out for orbs. Okay. You may be wanting to watch out for spheres, circles, orbs, or working with crystals or stones that are in that shape. You may want to do protective practices that are related to the circle or the medicine wheel. And really, this is going to be really empowering for like what I feel is like your crown area. So, like the mind, the brain, and how you're connected to the higher energies. There's something to do with this good news that it's like what goes around comes around. and things are being set right. Things are being, I'm getting quite a Libra feel here, like things are coming into balance, a justice kind of feeling with this. But yes, the answer is chances are yes, you're going to be getting good news this month. Maybe spend a little time in nature connecting, looking also for the way that light can refract and make an orb, or in pictures you take as well. The orbs and the circles seem to be important, but it also could be a metaphor for things are coming full circle for you. All right. Very good question. Hello, hello. Benita said family friend. Yeah. Oh man, families families affect us, don't they? All of us. All right. Yeah. Yeah. Boy, you guys are talking to each other. I love it. Okay, I think I finally made it to the next question here. We've got Tina. Hi, Tina. How are you? You would like the universe to send you a message from your husband that you lost to a terrible accident 8 years ago. Okay. I am sensing him trying to reach me. Okay, Tina, let's see what we can get here. Now, I've described in a lot of my videos that I don't advertise myself or talk about myself as a medium, someone who connects all the time with energies from the other side. However, I do get glimpses and I do get windows. And so I'm really glad you're asking this. So I'm just going to have you, as I'm shuffling here, just tune into his energy, picture him, feel him, remember the sound of his voice, that kind of thing. And I will see what message he has for you. Okay. Now, I'm going to get a card from the Journey to the Divine Masculine, but I'm also going to get one from the feminine deck here because I kind of want him to tell us both energies here, yours and his. Well, I don't know if he's an advice kind of guy or he was an advice kind of guy, but it feels like he likes to give wise advice. He's definitely thinking of you. He's definitely concerned about your well-being and concerned about you and what's going on. You got the Five of Pentacles. He's giving me the sense of like, when you feel down and when you feel like things aren't working out, like you don't have the answers for what you need, that he is with you. But he is showing me that he's sad when you're sad. He's really feeling that, right? There's still a connection there. And he's also talking about the pride he has you in you, has you. These are coming through. The information is coming really fast. So let me try to grasp this. He's very proud of the way you've grown and the way that you've dealt with challenge, especially in the most acute situations and the toughest times. He's very impressed and very proud of you. He has a lot of pride in you for how you've done that, even though and a sense of abandonment within you, that he is always with you, though not in the body. He understands that, but he is always with you. He wants you to be less judgmental of yourself. He wants you, see this release going on here. He wants you to feel more free. He's kind of given me the impression that you're kind of hard on yourself and maybe even have closed off your heart a bit. And he would like to see you set yourself free from that and open back up or open up more. And perhaps this is his way of saying, open back up to love again. Open back up to love again. All right. He also this gives me a giggle because it's like firm but loving. He wants you to really make your self-care a priority. That's what it says here on the card. This is the masculine card. He wants you to have good boundaries with people and to practice your boundaries. Be direct, name your limits, and practicing that self-awareness. So where your edges are. I feel like his death drew you into some dark corners and some edges of yourself that were very difficult, shadowy, kind of hard to navigate, kind of feeling like backed into a corner, feeling alone, feeling abandoned. And he just really thinks you're a lot stronger than that, right? And so he's like, no, you got this. You got to take care of yourself, of course. And since I'm not there to protect you, you're going to have to be self-aware. You're going to have to be really trusting your intuition, really going into your inner wisdom about this, especially if you're opening up to new love. Now, if you've already opened up to new love, then this may be stating what you need in a relationship or being a little bit more firm. That's what he's saying. He also, and this kind of goes along with the Five of Pentacles, he doesn't like to see you down and depressed, and therefore really wants that self-care in there. There's this, I would say, of all the things that I feel he's saying, he's kind of delivering like a powerful but kind of like firm message, direct message. But this is how he wants to see you be free of the depression, of feeling alone. There's this sense of like, I'll always be with you. I will always be with you. But you are also very strong. So at the same time that I'm always with you, this is your work to do. The Judgment card is all about our own work. It's about our karmic and our dharmic, our purpose, where we run into problems. It kind of brings us into this phoenix from the ashes kind of feeling at times. So there's that. That is what he would like you to know. He strikes me as someone who could get to the point of things. Yep. Definitely. Oh, I like his energy though. He's very proud of you for how well you've navigated some of the tougher corners of life. So that's really beautiful. I love that. Yeah. And maybe you're dealing also, Tina, maybe you're dealing with a situation that he is in particular like watching and trying to help you with a situation where you need to have those boundaries. It's interesting because you could still have boundaries, but have that open heart and be open, although it is kind of hard to get there sometimes. So consider that. Okay. Yes, so we've got Courtney and Prosperity Road here. So I think I'm going to get into both of you and then we'll see what we look like after that, because I know we're pretty far into it. Oh my gosh, you guys have really taken me into some energies tonight. Courtney would like a message for her highest and greatest good. Whoa. Okay. They're flipping out. And we're going to go to the Shaman's. What's this called? Shaman's Oracle for you, Courtney. Okay. Okay, we got two of them. Okay. All right. I think this is going to make sense. It makes sense to me already, but I'm going to describe it to you. So here you are. We've got you in this lovely Queen of Swords energy, Courtney. And this is representing the clarity of mind and the clarity of communication that you are taking up the mantle of right now, so to speak. I'm really struck by your confidence and main character energy here. Really coming through with this queen. Above all, she is very focused on communication with this queen. Above all, she is very focused on communication and very protective of the core of herself, right? So there's a lot of inner protection of like the core and the values there and what's going on. Very confident though, very confidently expressing herself, which is a nice, refreshing, powerful energy. And that's what we like to see. That's what we like to see with women who are taking up that main character, right? It's beautiful. It's a powerful time for you. You get the Six of Cups. And in this Six of Cups, we've got the progression of a puppy to a grown up dog, a little boy growing up with his dog side by side. We've got this partnership, kinship, friendship. We've got this in the area of love and care, and it appears to be a golden retriever, maybe a yellow lab, but it's kind of hard to tell. So I'm wondering if this isn't representative of Hondo's energy, your doggy. That's what's kind of coming through, like the partnership, the kinship, the best buds, the pals, like a lot of love there. And then you got two cards from the Shaman's Oracle. The first one is the number 35. It says Lost Compass, getting back to integrity. And I think this has to do with a specific person in your life. So I'm just going to say that. And I think you know who that is. And it is about someone coming back into alignment with themselves. And not just alignment, but getting really down deep in the core of who they are and what they came here to do, finding their way back to their path, so to speak. You also got the number 47, which is the Sky Bridge, possibility for union. This feels like a reconciliation card or two coming together. Again, 4 plus 7 is 11. This is partnership energy. So we have the someone who shall not be named energy coming back into integrity. And then that opens up, or that creates the bridge for union there. So a little bit for you, Courtney, it's a little bit of a mixed bag. We have you as the Queen of Swords. We have Hondo's energy in the Six of Cups. And then we've got the two shaman oracles, which I think you know who it is. So, and what that is opening up. So hopefully you like that message there. Very cool. All right. Prosperity Road says, I have a new friend, Nikki, and our communication is heading towards flirt and romance. I am happy and worried at the same time. Am I supposed to experience this, and should I stay in friendship's lane? Okay. Okay, we're gonna get a divine animal oracle here. All right. All right. So Prosperity Road, you got a couple questions. Am I supposed to experience this? Yes. The card that you got is Sea Otter here and Transformation. You are definitely supposed to move through this friendship / relationship with Nikki. There is an opportunity to be transformed by this energy. We've got the water energy here, so there's a lot of feelings already involved from what I can pick up. So what it feels like to me is, yes, there's a full friendship here. There is possibility for that to grow. We have the sea otter swimming under the water, but we also see here that a fish is leaping up out of the water, which to me is representing the opportunity for this relationship to grow. Okay, and maybe evolve into something more. For you, Prosperity Road, this is feeling good. It's feeling good because I feel like this friendship with Nikki and the way things are headed, it feels a lot smoother than maybe what you've experienced in the past. So you may have really, emotionally and relationship speaking, really traveled or traversed some choppy waters in relationships. And with this Six of Swords, the knowledge and the awareness and the wisdom that you've gained from those relationships is helping guide you to calmer waters, right? To more smooth waters instead of constantly feeling jerked about, perhaps lied to, some things like that from the past. Okay, so we'll be aware of that because that can be connected to triggers. I'm also called to ask, this new friend, is there some sort of work relationship here? We have the Eight of Pentacles. um was this something that materialized in a workspace, or have something to do with the support of work that one of you or both of you have toward each other? So this is what I'm wondering here. Is this work energy, or it has to do with the work on the heart, perhaps? There's a green candle being held there. And you say here, do you think by these cards that I could also help him? He has some demons. Um, Possibly, but from this card, I would say this is self-work. We've got a green candle here. We've got the female focusing like on her own heart. And look at all the tools she has around her, herbs, and she's got a quill and some journals and some aloe plant in the background, and all kinds of like maybe little crystals and herbs and things she's making in the background. The way this works usually is when you're asking about, do you think you can help somebody else? Sometimes the best way, and most times the best way you can help somebody, is by focusing on yourself and working on yourself. And because the two of you do have a connection and there is the possibility for transformation here, then you, by focusing on you, not necessarily can I help them, but let me keep working on how to help myself and modeling that in your life, right? You don't even have to tell people, you just model it by being it. If that person is ready to embrace that energy and it's in their field because it's in your field and the two of you are friends, they will pick it up and be able to go with it. He has to deal with his own demons, though. His own demons are his to deal with. With what I've seen maybe happen to you in the past, I would hate to see you get pulled back into that chaos energy, so to speak. So the best thing to do is keep focused on you. And I feel like you have some really good things in place. Make sure you're utilizing those beautiful things. But as you do it, because you have a connection to this person, then that energy builds and builds and you're living it, right? And then they'll have the opportunity, he will have the opportunity to either rise and meet that energy or not, right? But it's really up to him. So the best way you can help him is by focusing on you. And who knows who else you might assist by doing that, right? That's the real great work that we're all here to do, by the way. And I think most of us know that. It's also the hardest, right? Because it can get really easy to be distracted by other people's energy, especially if you're sensitive. All right. Oh, thank you, Tina. I'm glad. Yeah, he made me giggle for sure. Queen of Joy, hello, hello. May you ask about Brendan's current thoughts and feelings for you? Yes. All right, Queen of Joy. I love that handle for YouTube. That's cool. Queen of Joy. Ooh. Very nice. This is, I'll just remind everybody, since we're getting ready to wrap after this reading, to please make sure you've given this video a like. Make sure to maybe share this with a friend or somebody who might enjoy coming on and asking a question as you have, like-minded, like-hearted individuals. And your commenting and all of that helps. I know you're all subscribed, so that's amazing. Stay tuned. There's lots more coming. All right, we're going to get you also, Queen of Joy, a card from the Daily Crystal Inspiration deck here. Ooh. Okay, so you asked about Brendan's current thoughts and feelings for you. A lot of partnership energy coming through tonight for everybody here, all right? In one way or another. Brendan is definitely thinking about a matchup here with this Two of Cups energy, really thinking and feeling into how the two of your energies work together. There's love here. There's love here, and it feels fresh and new, but at the same time, it feels to me like this is someone that you've had a connection with before. So your souls know each other, possibly from a previous experience, and have walked a path together before, at least one, maybe more. And that's what it feels like here to me. Um, he sees you as this just really cool, down to earth, peaceful, high vibing kind of queen. You got the Queen of Pentacles here. She is very joyful. What I really like about her is that she is really good at magnetizing and manifesting things getting attracted to her. So she's not a chaser. She's not going to chase down Brendan or chase anybody down. She allows that to magnetize to her. And I think Brendan's definitely picking up on that. And he's coming in, being magnetized by this very cool, down to earth, high vibing kind of energy. I also like the sense of peace that I get in your energies. And I think that's something he's attracted to as well. I'm kind of reminded of like, from a couple's perspective, there's this saying, the woman can like be his rock or be his rock and he can be your peace or whatever. Or maybe it's the other way around. He's your rock, you're his peace. Kind of feels like the two of you have that going on. And maybe that's because there's this previous life connection that's coming in here. You are getting the rose quartz, which is saying here, open up your heart. So this is feeling like a green light. If we look here in the Queen of Pentacles, I feel like, the green and the pink, that's all heart energy. You're getting a green light for this relationship. I do think he sees you as the queen. And I also think there's definitely moves that are going to be made. If he hasn't made them already, he is very much likely planning those. But all you have to do is sit back and be you. That's all you have to do for this one. And that's the energy, the healthy energy that females want to be in. Let them come to you. We don't have to force, we don't chase, we don't rush, we just let them come to us. And in the meantime, rose quartz, beautiful stone of opening the heart and that self-love vibes. Continue doing what you're doing. This feels very feminine. It feels very good. And it feels very much like the heart is like, yeah, I get it here. And then you have this nice connection to him from the past, something where the two of you have journeyed together before. So that's really, really interesting there, that past life connection. Okay, awesome questions tonight. We're going to wrap it there. I do want to pull one more card. Just the highest and best message for all of us will go to the Shaman's deck again. And just to close out the night and to thank everybody for being here, one final card for all of us that are on the live or have listened to the replay. What is in our best to know? Ooh, I guess we're going to be getting busy. We got the number 10. It says deep diver, diving into a task. Okay. So those of you who like your list, you've got the Virgo, the Capricorns, you've got a task. We've got I know I have some task. What task is going to move the dial the furthest for you in your life? We've got a 10 here. So we want to kind of take it, 10 out of 10. So whatever task it is that you personally need to focus on that's going to move the dial the furthest, that's going to give you the biggest bang for your buck. I also am going to mention in here, we got a little mermaid energy. We got a little mermaid energy for any of those of you who relate to that. And there's a couple jellyfish here too. Couple jellyfish. They're so beautiful till they sting you. I got stung on the toe by a jellyfish in Destin, Florida this last year. Luckily, it was just a tiny little one and it healed really quick. You got to have vinegar. I learned vinegar and ice will help with jellyfish stings if you ever get one. But we do definitely have this watery energy. We do definitely have this watery energy. Pick the task that's going to move the dial and make you feel the best. So that is our closing message tonight. Thank you, everyone. I hope to see you on Friday morning, 10 a.m. Central for Frequency Friday. But if you can't join then, the replay will be up for you by that afternoon. So I will see you all next time. I'll be back here on the 23rd of March, right after the equinox. So let's see how that goes. All right. Take care, everyone. Good night.